personal friend of mine. What's up, Rebel? I don't know if she's listening to this, but hopefully she does. I don't think she's listened to an episode yet, but hopefully you're listening to this because I just called you out by name. I just gave you a shout out. But I think it's just like Angel said, or she commented on this post that I posted on Facebook, talking about this very subject of good women and piece of shit guys. And I think Angel said it best, and I'm going to read her comment because it hit so close to what I was talking about. She understood exactly what I was posting about. She says, when a woman is with a man such as you speak of, somewhere in the relationship, she has given power over to him. He has found the weakness of the woman and used every way to devour her soul and make her a shell. They do what they think is right and stay because they love them. She's talking about women now. They're told they won't find better. They're scared to leave. They do what they think is best to keep a family together. Some wake up and realize a different life is better. Some don't. And then, she talked about her own experience with abuse. And she said it took her 7 years and a whole lot of abuse. And, Angel's happily married now. She's married to a really good guy, Cody. Shout out to Cody. I don't know if I'm on Cody's. If Cody is on my friend list. But if he listens. But yeah, she gets it. She's been through the abuse. And there's more than just one kind of abuse. It's not just always, the guy is beating up the girl. That's physical abuse. There's also mental and emotional abuse. And, and when people abuse you mentally and emotionally, sometimes that's just as damaging as physical abuse. And what I mean by that is, if you don't know what emotional abuse is, it's like when you bring stuff up that will hurt the person or manipulate the person into doing what you want. And mental abuse is, very similar to that. Doing certain things or getting mad and doing things to to keep the other person around. Well, she's not going to leave if I do this, or, she's going to chase me. That kind of stuff. That kind of dumb bullshit. It's, any kind of thing like that, please listen to me and please try to find your way out of it. You should value yourself a whole lot more not to put up with some of the stuff that this person, and right now, if you're listening to this, whether or not you're in a relationship like that. If you're going through stuff every week, it's like something different every week, then you really need to get out of that situation some kind of way. You need to value yourself and love yourself enough to try to disconnect from it, That's what Jonathan Mays does, is I piss people off. I'm a professional pisser offer. And that's just what I do, So you like it, and you don't. But if you don't like it, you're going to learn to love it. And I don't know. I'm going to let it. I'm about to play my exclusive conversation with my buddy Nathan Elwell. Shout out to Nate. Go watch Nathan's YouTube channel. It's at Nate Elwell on YouTube. It's Random Interesting Facts. He has a whole bunch of videos where he just talks about random interesting facts. It's very, very interesting. It's very, very good. Nate is going to be a regular on my show going forward. Now, he's not going to be on every episode. He might not even be on every week, but he's going to be a regular guest, one of the regular guests that I was talking about that keep popping up. So this isn't going to be the last time that you hear him, but this is going to be the first time that you hear him on my podcast. Like I said, the audio got messed up. in several different areas. So it's not. I'm just gonna try to play the parts of the episode that there are the parts of the conversation that I recorded that sound the most clear. When you hear him, you're gonna be able to understand him a lot better than you can understand me because I sound like I'm underwater. This was my first time attempting this, so that's why it sounds like that. But he's my very first guest, and if I don't, then thank you for listening. And anyway, here's a conversation that I taped with him, with Nate, just a couple days ago, and here it is, right now. Okay, you can hear me. You can hear me better than you did this morning.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, what I was saying was we'll just talk for a few minutes, and because I'm gonna edit the show anyway, and I'll cut it up, you know, how I seem or how I think, it sounds better.
Right. Well, it's kind of actually your volume right now is a little bit loud, so it's coming in a little bit fuzzy, but I can still, for the most part, understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's probably because I'm speaking through the mic.
More than likely, I would probably say it's a good perception.
Yes, I'm just gonna ask a few questions, but I'm gonna let you talk for the most part. So it should hear that perfectly.
Well, hell, you know where it goes, man. Whenever me and you talk, it just goes wherever it goes.
Yes. Okay. Wait a few seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you. This is my very special guest. This is Nathan Elvin. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you? I appreciate you having me on here.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on here. You are my very first guest. You have the honor of being the very first guest.
Well, soon to be the first.
As long as it might get canceled tomorrow, and then that's even a bigger honor for you, because you'll be the only guest.
Right. Hey, you know what? First guest, second guest, it wouldn't matter to me either way. As long as you have me on here, to do this thing with you, then I'm cool with it.
Delville McDonald's to Enterprise McDonald's. You remember?
Oh man, do I remember? Not exactly. I want to say it was maybe 5 years ago, 6 top.
So around 2011, maybe.
That's a good rough estimate.
Okay, so I say around 2011 when you came from Delville. That's where you came from, right?
That is where I came from, yes. And I think you're right. I think it was 2011. I was in Enterprise for almost 4 years before they transferred me back, so that sounds about right.
Yeah.
The person that I worked with, it was kind of a different thing. I came to a store where I didn't know anyone. A matter of fact, I think my first time I ever worked in Enterprise wasn't overnight, and I knew nothing about how to do anything. And I remember there was 2 other managers there. I don't remember who they were, but they were in the office or something doing a deposit, and your screen was like pending 4.
I remember.
And
sir.
Do what?
I said I remember that. Yes, sir.
And I jumped back there. I helped you clear it out. And then whenever the people up front couldn't keep up, I was like, I'll be right back. And I ran up front, and I ran their orders for drive-through and front counter as well.
Yes, I remember that. That really was a.
Remember correctly, when you came in and we were closing, I would work side 2 by myself and run drive-through order.
Yes, I remember that. Yep. People don't do that now, I don't think. But yeah, I remember that.
October 14th was when I got here, so 6 months roughly.
Yeah, so you basically just from here, from Alabama, picked up your whole life and moved to.
There's a lot of pluses to the move. I hated leaving my friends behind. And you obviously know I love the job that I work.
Yeah.
But plus side is I am at a job now, which I can't discuss, too many inside details of it. But going from McDonald's to building suspension bridges, that's a huge change.
Yes.
I've learned a lot of stuff since being here, stuff that I can actually bring back to McDonald's if I decide to go back to that company. Well, let's be honest, if they decide to pay me enough to go back to that company.
Oh, I see. So what you're saying is that should you come back to Alabama, which obviously somewhere down the line you plan on coming back to Alabama, it's for you to work for McDonald's again, they would have to pay you accordingly for all your new skills that you learn.
Exactly. Because now I can do things that, not just McDonald's related. I can weld. So if they need something fixed, I can do that. I can do a lot of stuff now that I could not do when I left.
Okay. Technical stuff, as far as some of the things that they would need to have,
They damn sure didn't pay you enough to deal with half of the shit that you had to deal with. I don't know if I can cuss on this or not. I didn't ask.
Yeah, I curse all the time. It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. But then again, I don't have a language filter, so it was going to happen anyways. But they didn't pay you accordingly, and I specifically remember going almost 4.5 years without a raise. So I love the company. Don't get me wrong; they take care of their employees. And I'm not trying to down talk them, but they do need to really focus on their employees, because without their employees, they're not making money. I was, as a matter of fact, when I was in high school, I balanced playing football for Daleville. I was captain of the rifle team for ROTC. I was on the PT team, and I balanced all of that around work.
Wow.
It's one of those things, though, where you learn a lot in 13.5 years, and one thing that you have to learn is the people who work under you are the people who make you a manager. They really do, because without them, you're just one person.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a team, and I don't think there was ever a time that you worked with me or Vince or anybody else at McDonald's, even managers, when they went to leave or clock out, if they saw me first, I didn't say, hey, I appreciate the work you did last night.
Okay.
And also, a lot of the managers, and I'm not trying to speak down anyone in particular, have a bad habit of not wanting to get their hands dirty. They want to delegate everything instead of jumping in and actually helping, which puts more stress on the lower employees.
I agree with that 100%. Well, you're preaching gospel right now. You came from Daleville to Enterprise McDonald's, and now you've moved to. Well, you went from Enterprise back to Daleville, and now you moved to New Hampshire. So, basically, you have a YouTube show. Am I correct?
You are.
Tell everyone about
it. If anyone out there is interested in watching it, just go to YouTube, search for Nate, Natellwell, ELWELL. But please be forewarned, use discretion advised. As mentioned earlier in the podcast, I have no language filter. I say whatever I want to say. If you like it, you like it. If you don't get offended, then go wash the sand out of your vagina. I really don't care. But, that being said, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do 10 random interesting facts in my own side commentary. And I also, on Saturdays, do strange laws from each state in the United States. I'm going in alphabetical order. Next Saturday should be Arkansas.
Anyway, that was a conversation that me and my friend Nate Elwell had a couple of days ago. This is just me again talking, by the way. But, yeah, the audio was kind of messed up there. I know I sounded like I was underwater, so thank you, Nate, for coming on my show. Go watch his YouTube show, Random Interesting Facts, where he lists off, he just posted a new video, I think, last night. So anyway, yeah, thank you for listening. I'm going to go finish my bag of M&Ms, my crispy M&Ms. They're pretty awesome. And I'll see you on the next episode. I'll holler.